Today I'm going to be learning more about Finland and learning about Finland through the culture shocks received by someone who's not from Finland who went to live in Finland. This is 9 things that shocked me about living in Finland. I always enjoy these videos because I like to see the experience of people who are not from a country moving there and seeing what shocked them, what they learned about it. I'm from Scotland, but I've lived in Asia for the last 12 years. I've lived in China, Malaysia, Thailand. So I've experienced definitely a lot of shocks, culture shocks. And I always like to see other people's shocks and what they learn about the country. So let's watch this and you can tell me if you relate to any of these.
Hei ja tervetuloa kaikki. Just kidding. My name is Kat Rivers and welcome to my channel. If this is the first time you're coming here, don't be shy and go ahead and click the subscribe button. I make videos about my life in Finland and cultural differences with America.
So like comparing to
in this
America
video
is always
today,
interesting.
I'm actually going to be sharing 10 things, good, bad, weird, that shocked me in the time that I've been living here. Okay, let's get to it. So the first thing that shocked me, and I'm gonna put this in a very good category, but also weird category, it's showers. So showers here in Finland, amazingly, you just have a shower head and then there's like no walls to separate the shower from the rest of the bathroom.
Okay, wait, so this is a Finnish shower. So it's really just a shower in the bathroom. There's no plastic or glass door or surrounding thing here. That's very interesting. I know that in America the shower sometimes is attached to the wall. I'm used to this, like just having the shower head that's like is a lot easier to have a shower, but I've never seen it without any door or sort of surrounding thing here. Is this normal for showers in Finland?
So once you actually go into the bathroom, you might have your toilet, your washing machine, you know, that space where you walk around in the bathroom. Well, that is all connected to the shower. So if you're showering, water will just go everywhere. So this...
Yeah, the thing also what she mentioned there about the washing machine, isn't normal in Finland to have your washing machine in your bathroom. I've seen that in other European countries before, but in the UK, our washing machine is always in the kitchen. I've never seen anybody have it in their bathroom. That's a big difference for me anyway.
Second thing that was pretty shocking and surprising is the fact that I have not needed to have a car here. So I'm very used in America to using a car every day to do everything. Go to work, go to the supermarket, run any errands, whatever. Like, just the thought of having to take a bicycle anywhere, I don't think that's even possible where I'm from in Panama. Like, we don't have bike lanes, so you know. Okay, the third...
Yeah, that one is definitely something I always hear from Americans when they come to Europe, that they enjoy not having to use a car. They can just walk everywhere because obviously we have smaller cities and everything's a bit more in walking distance. So I love that, and I think that's a big reason why Europeans, and in this case Finnish people, have a general level of fitness that's higher than a lot of other places. And it's just nice for your mental health to just walk places as well, in my opinion.
Third thing that was kind of shocking and surprising at the same time is like people here literally don't give a shit what you wear. Like if you're a doctor or a nurse or a teacher or you know whatever, it really doesn't matter what industry you're in unless you're a politician. Like I have seen people in every type of like profession with super colorful hair, piercings, even tattoos on their face, necks, whatever, and nobody gives a shit. And that is awesome.
That's the way it should be.
Who cares? You know, if you want to go in pajamas to work, sure, why not? So another cool thing I learned or discovered or noticed here in Finland has been just like any kind of bureaucratic process. Anything you need to do, you can basically do 80% of anything online. I got my apartment online. We never had to meet anybody like from the agency. They just said, this house is available, go see it. We went to see it without anybody. And then we just said online, yes, we wanted. We paid money into an account and then we went to pick up the keys at some like pickup point. And like, so the next one is recycling. I'm guessing most people that watch YouTube probably know about the existence of recycling and maybe have attempted at some point in their life to recycle things. But here, oh my god, it is next level. I have upped my recycling game so much. Like, you know, you've got the cardboard, you've got the tin cans, and then you've also got like the plastic bottles, which is separate from the bottles, and then you've got the bio, and then, you know, the burnable kind of waste. There's so many different kind of categories, and it makes me feel so much better about what I'm consuming. I don't know, and it's very, very easy to recycle here. It's like, so this.
I agree with that. Like, I know from my own experience that I feel like Europeans are definitely the most responsible when it comes to recycling, and also just have this sort of infrastructure for recycling as easy as it can be. Like, there's always places to recycle. Here in Asia, it's actually a lot harder. There is recycling bins and things here and there, but I feel like even when you put things in the recycling bin, the people who clean it just combine everything together. It's not really taken as seriously. So that's one thing I actually really appreciate about Europe and European countries, in this case again Finland.
Next one, number 7, is, I know it's just a tiny little thing, but I find it so weird. Here in Finland, people drink so much milk. Like, okay, first of all, for me personally, I don't know, maybe like this is an American thing, but I didn't see it in Spain either. It was kind of weird. People, like, usually, especially grown-ups, don't drink milk, like a glass of milk. Maybe I've seen people like drinking milk in the morning, perhaps once in a blue moon, but they'll drink milk here at lunch and dinner with their meal instead of water or juice or tea. Like, milk, straight up cow's milk, and it's super weird. So no.
Yeah, man, cold milk is so refreshing and so nice to me. I feel like maybe she mentioned Spain there. I feel like sometimes in warmer countries, people just don't really drink milk so much. Maybe dairy products aren't as commonly consumed when it comes to milk and like drinking things. But definitely in colder countries, in Scotland, people will have a glass of milk. Maybe not as commonly as Finland, I don't know. But I think that's actually a very refreshing drink. I enjoy it.
Number 8. And this one is more like realizing the level of my ignorance. So Panama, just to paint a picture, is always between 30 and 32 degrees Celsius.
Same here in Malaysia.
Very high humidity. The sun rises at 6. The sun goes out around 6:30 every single day.
Same here. Almost.
You know, it's very stable weather, and it's very warm. Hot. It's not warm. It's hot. So for me, a hoodie was already kind of like a jacket. I would put it in the category of a jacket. But when I came here after going through winter and autumn and spring and summer, I have come to know that there are so many different kinds of jackets, and for so many different types of purposes and types of weather. And you know, that's something that I never even thought about. I thought like, oh, okay, if it's winter, you just throw on like a big jacket and that's it. No.
And like I've had to get like windproof jacket, waterproof jacket, winter jacket, super winter jacket. You know, like if you have like wet snow, winter jacket is different from the dry snow winter jacket, because you know the needs are different. And if you're biking, your jacket needs to be different than if you're just walking and going by bus or whatever.
Okay, so the next one, this is almost the last one, second to last, is price of water. Water is hella expensive here. So you don't really need to buy water because the tap water is completely safe and it tastes wonderful. But if you're out and about and you don't have access to a tap, then you have to buy a bottle of water. It's about the same price as the soda, which I didn't understand, but that was pretty shocking. At least like when I walked in through the airport and I went to the first shop, like the closest shop to the house for the first time, just to buy a few things, and I was thirsty and I want to buy a bottle of water. I'm like, what? it was almost the same price as the airport, which was already kind of expensive because it was like €3 for a bottle of water, but then the supermarket has it at 2, and I'm like, what? But you know, that actually kind of forces you to always think about like carrying your own water anyway, so you know, that also helps. So
Yeah, I think that is fair enough. That's definitely, if I can compare to my own life, I live in Malaysia, I'm from the UK. In the UK, bottled water is very expensive. Here in Malaysia, it's super cheap, probably even cheaper than Spain, like it mentioned there. But I think it's just supply and demand. Obviously, in countries like Scotland and Finland, the drinking water, the tap water, is so fresh and nice that you can just drink that. People don't really need to buy bottled water so much, especially for at home. If you're out, maybe, yeah, they need to buy. But also the weather. People just consume a lot more water, I think, here in Malaysia, in Spain, places like that are warmer. So obviously the demand is higher, cost is lower. Again, like in colder countries like Scotland and Finland, you don't sweat as much. The weather's not so hot, so you don't need to drink all the time water. So it's definitely, I think, just a supply and demand thing about why the cost is so different in each of those countries.
but not least, this one was a pretty big shock for me, and it's that nobody lives with their parents. I mean, like, it is so easy to become independent from your parents here. It's ridiculous. Like, people go to college and they'll already get their own student apartment or whatever, like since they're 18 or 19. Back in Panama and in a lot of countries in Central America, and I think now in the US it's becoming more and more frequent due to the prices of rent and housing and stuff like that, that you just stay with your parents for as long as you can, like as long as it's physically possible.
Of course, when I was a teenager, I used to say, oh yeah, when I'm 18, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna have my own apartment, I'm gonna be independent woman, you know, power me, boo, 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 do whatever I want.
So that's like a very big difference, I think. My partner, it's him, and he has 5 other siblings, of which 1 lives with his parents, and everybody else is out. So, you know. Okay, I think that's all. Those were 10 different things that shocked or surprised me in the last few months that I've been living here in.
Okay, that was interesting. Yeah, so on the last one, I think, yeah, definitely in the UK it's similar maybe to Finland. We want to be more independent. We want to have our own place very young. It's not as much of a cultural thing to actually want to stay at home with your parents, where in other countries like Spain, here in Malaysia, people want to stay at home a bit longer. I wanted to move out. I moved out of the country to the other side of the world when I was in my mid-20s. But I think as the cost of living increases, inflation increases and things, a lot more people are staying at home in every country. So I guess that's cultural and just like can be economy based as well, just whether that's different in different countries. So tell me what you think about these. Very interesting to get another insight into Finnish life and life in Finland, and a lot of these I hadn't actually heard of before. So tell me what you think about these. Thanks.